Hi everybody, welcome back to my Dungeon Boss PvP series for my normal campaign. Because I got a couple attacks coming in here and I don't want to miss out on the replays, I've decided to get a quick recording in with the first two defenses that have come up with my new PvP defense. We can see it is currently 50-50 as far as this new team goes, and obviously there's not a lot of data points yet, but we can certainly have a quick look at what's going on so far. So we're going to take a look at the victory first and see what we got. So by the looks of it, without even really getting into the video, it looks like it had the desired effect. So somebody came in here without a fast hero, which against this team is going to be pretty rough because of the slowdown from Grognog. That's going to rough up a lot of people here. So it looks like Kira did quite a bit of damage too, and unfortunately they just weren't able to get to their tank and heal mechanic, which is what I'm assuming that they were trying to do. Let's take a look at the replay though and revisit the carnage a little bit here. So this person here is also slightly lower level than me, so they were asking quite a bit, I think, to beat this team. 31 against 35, unless they had some pretty hardcore runes. I mean, his Braum held up to my Kira, which is kudos to him. But this was not a good team composition to bring into this attack here, because with the slowdown, there was no way he was ever going to get through too much of this. So even though Stonefist lived, I mean, looks like even Nimriel's able to take him out. Yeah, just not much of a chance there. So word to the wise, you want to bring a fast hero so you at least get one person in here. My suggestion is probably Torchy or Indigo to get some silence in there. Let's take a look at the second one. Alright, this is... Okay, so when you're dealing with PvP in mid-levels, you're always going to find teams that come into your dungeon with a level advantage over you. This is only a 1-point level advantage, and then really just outplayed me. So my guess is this first attack from Torchy is probably on Grognog, which prevented him from doing the slow. And then when Bolvis slowed, it was able to slow my whole team, and then he probably killed both Nimriel and Koros with Igorok. And then Jabber, I'm not really sure what he's doing in there. I mean, he's certainly not a powerhouse as far as heroes are concerned, although he is getting a little bit of a beast synergy with Bolvis, but I still don't ever really put a lot of faith into Jabber yet. So I haven't invested in him too much since the rework. So really, if I'd put better runes on Kira, maybe he could take out Torchy. That's what I usually consider at higher levels, is when Torchy is almost required for attack. I want to get to the point where I can kill him on my opening salvo. So somebody like Black Diamond really obliterates Torchy. But I don't have Black Diamond on this account. There's the slow that I was expecting. And then even if Igorok doesn't flat out kill somebody, he's going to freeze them both probably, opening the door for just a easy win. So good work from Liquid Snake. Definitely easy win on your part, so congrats on that. We will let this idle for a couple more days, like I said, and I'll get a couple more PvP defenses on here, see how this one holds up. Until then, hang tight, and I'll get some more in just a little bit. I have finally gotten a couple of more data points for PvP defenses at level 35. Unfortunately, Dungeon Boss is doing its normal routine where there's no replay. Now, there's been speculation as to why that actually happens, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But it's not like these have been idle for days and days and days. So, for example, this first one here, this attack was only 9 hours ago. There's no reason that there shouldn't be a replay. So honestly, it's something that I would bring up on the forums. If you find yourself not getting a lot of replays, definitely do some investigation. But since switching over to the team that I have now, so we went with the Grognog Koros team. That's what we're doing for PvP defense. I haven't been getting a ton of attacks when I first did it. I actually went like 2 days without any attacks. This last one here was from the previous one, so since I don't have any replay videos, we're just going to go over the teams and just ultimately speculate. It looks like it's kind of on and off in terms of stats. 7 wins, 20 losses. Those 20 losses aren't all recent. So recently with this team we have 2, 4, 5 matches. 3 of them are lost, 2 of them are wins. So first person, Dr. Swagmaster, came into my house with vastly superior level team. That's pretty much all it is. Kira did his thing. And then honestly, Kira must have killed my Koros and my Nimriel, because my Grognog would have went first. He did do a little bit of damage, but barely anything. So I still wish we could see the person's runes by clicking on here, but that's an argument for another day. But obviously their Kira did a little bit of damage, must have killed these guys, and then I slowed all of them down. My guys, these guys didn't get hit, their chance to do a hit, so it was pretty much a beatdown, and then Grognog killed the rest of them, one shot. Mr. Achilles 777 came in with a moderately leveled team. Kira actually dished out quite a bit. Actually, he's the only one that really even did damage. That's kind of peculiar. My guess is Kira did so much damage that when these other guys went, there was only a little bit of damage left to actually do to them. So Kira went, obviously killed Torchy, because Torchy didn't get to go. Shadowblade went, but didn't hurt anybody, so I'm not sure who he targeted there. And then once Grognog goes and slows the team, that's pretty much lights out. So Grognog, Koros didn't have to do any damage, and Nimriel barely did anything. So I would have liked to see the replay on that one, because they did have quite a level advantage. My guess is he came in with Torchy expecting to silence somebody, and got beat by my Kira, and that's always kind of a bummer when you expect to silence with Torchy, and then it kind of gets the rug pulled from you. Shat and Wolfie, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but he came in with a even leveled team. Nub Nub healing and Manglejaw doing a ton of damage. The rest of the guys not really doing anything. And even soaked the damage pretty well. Soaked it from Kira, soaked it from Grognog, and soaked it from Koros. And even if they didn't soak it, I'm guessing Nub Nub healed them all to max anyways. So I'm thinking most people that have strong enough defense to get past the Grognog Koros combo, they're probably going to come out victorious if they heal, because I don't have a healer in mind. Next up, Bingus God. He came in with a at-level team with Koros, Igorok, Stonefist, and Nimriel. So another person that came in without a healer. I'm guessing most people that come in without a healer are probably going to be ones that I can hold my own against. They did manage to kill a couple of mine, and actually Igorok did a really nice job against Nimriel and Koros, which I'd expect because it's water versus fire. But my Grognog looks like it one-shot his Koros, which he either wasn't expecting or just, thought maybe he could handle it. My Kira didn't really do anything, but it looks like my Grognog also may have, I don't know if it would have one-shot Nimriel, but with the slowed down team, I probably got my attack off with Koros as well, and maybe that's what killed their Nimriel. So nothing spectacular there, but it is a win nonetheless. And then Dirty Dog 2. I wonder what happened to Dirty Dog 1. He came in with a much more leveled team than I did. Big damage from Bovis, and brought Jabberjaw. Must have been looking for some beast synergies. But again, big heal from Nub Nub. It's going to be tough to stop that without a healer on my end. So when I hit level 40 PvP, I'm thinking maybe I might throw Nub Nub in there myself and just put a ton of health and defense runes on him. I know once we get to level 40, we're kind of reaching that tipping point where I can even see in my PvP now when I'm doing attacks, we're getting closer and closer and closer to the to the one hit meta, or at least the one turn meta, where basically after the first round is done, we pretty much know who's going to win. So in this case here, once all of my attacks went, because I don't have any ascensions on anybody, ascensions are key once you get to this level. So once you're at 35 plus, you have to start getting ascensions, and these 3-star heroes are just tough to ascend because we can't get those celestial evos fast enough. Most of us are getting those from doing just regular dungeons, and then from the heroic portal. But since I'm not a VIP account on here, I'm not doing a ton of heroic portals, so I'm not getting enough of those celestial evos. But if you want to have successful PvP defense at this point, you have to have ascensions on your heroes. So until that happens, I'm probably going to be a sitting duck on PvP defense more often than not. So in my case, putting a healer in there might actually help. But like I said, usually after the first turn, like this guy here, he probably knew that once I spent my skills and he healed, that was pretty much it. He could just slow play it and win the war of attrition without much trouble at all. So keep that in mind when you're setting up your PvP defense. Think about what's going to be the long term. What happens if you get past the first round? Are you equipped to go another round? Or are you pretty much a sitting duck? So in my case, when I get to 40, I am going to put a healer back on there. I'm going to let this one run its course for a while yet. There's a big jump between level 35 and 40 as far as levels go. It's going to take me a while to get there, so I'll watch this one and see how it does, and then if I switch it, I switch it. Otherwise, I said I'm not overly concerned about PvP on this particular account. It's not like I'm going to get to the top 100 anyways, and by the time this one's high enough to make a difference, I'm sure the PvP system will be changing again, because it changes pretty much week to week. So I'll monitor it for a couple more days to see if there's any more defenses out there. If not, we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this one up, and then we'll see you again at the level 40 PvP. So until then, take care. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. If you like this video, please show your continued support by hitting that like button, and be sure to check out both my YouTube channels for new content all the time. And always remember, peace is a lie, there's only passion. We'll see you next time.